Hello, Close Call Sports Universe. This is T-Mac, and time to look at a trio of plays that you've asked me to review. And we begin in Milwaukee, where Brian Knight has a difficult play while umpiring third base. The first order of responsibility is get out of the way of the ball, self-preservation, and then call the play. Make sure to get out of the way first, because if the ball hits you in the neck, you're going to be on the ground. You're not going to be able to make a call. Brian Knight takes a look at the spot and immediately realizes, I called this ball foul, but he can see that his head was not turned initially, and then he just got the play right. I love the way this is officiated, and they went to replay and made a rules check to make sure they could do it, and they did. And it was really well done by Brian Knight, getting out of the way of the ball, and it might have been a little bit unusual, but in this generation, we've got to get the calls right, and that's what this crew does in this spot.
Have the ability to get on the horn.
Our next play takes us to Cleveland, where we have two bits of good umpiring. Great patience by one of the best plate masters on the field in Quinn Wolcott. This ball hits the knob of the bat and caroms into fair territory, so what we have is a live batted ball in play. One of the things that's very difficult as a first base umpire is getting our head to the base, not following the throw as it comes, because that distorts our vision and our perception of the play and makes it a little bit more difficult to adjust to the sounds we're hearing as well, especially on a close play. And Junior Valentine, our first base umpire, does a masterful job of just being set still and ready to make the call. It may not look like a close play on replay, but in real time, if you are moving when this play happens, it becomes a whole different ball of wax and is much more difficult to get the call right. So wanted to highlight this fantastic umpiring from two of the young guns in Quinn Wolcott and Junior Valentine.
Call him out.
Our final play is a doozy, and one you asked us about, and for good reason. What happens as an umpire when you have a foul tip and the glove is hit? You get very confused, as Larry Vanover does here. He believes that he heard the bat hit the glove, and he most certainly did, and he awards the batter runner first base. The problem was that the bat contacted the glove on the recoil, which by rule is not catcher's interference. What an odd situation, and probably one of the reasons that Larry Vanover has his hands on his hips as he's discussing what happened on this play. He's thinking to himself, I came back this year for this. Just another in the wild and wacky of trying to get the calls right on the field, thinking you have, and only to be fooled by a weird play. Don't you miss the good old days where a long rhubarb would have developed on a play like that?
Dave Roberts convinced that he just blew another.
We hope you enjoyed this replay review / Ask the Youthful / T-Max Teachables. Whatever it is, it can be sponsored by you if the price is right. And fans, until next time, always do what's right and not what is easy. Happy umpiring, everyone.